previously when we just discussed in phone with you, that you were sympathetic towards the Cuban Revolution in the 1960s. Did you ever overhear any conversation, either in the consulate or among any of the people you may have associated with, concerning the possibility of killing the president?
No, because I think that the people that I used to go in that time, they think like me. And I think that the death of a man doesn't make anything good. I mean, you have to change that. It's like a building, no? The president is at the, I mean, for instance, the roof, the top. But if you take the top, the building is still there. You have to destroy the whole building, not one man. If you kill the man, you make a hero. So,
what were your own feelings towards President Kennedy?
Well, I like him. I mean, he was very nice, he was very intelligent. And I feel that the relations with Mexico, as I remember, no? They were very good in the commercial area, the cultural area. He came to Mexico and he was very acclamation. They loved him. They loved him very much.
And what you're saying is, you're describing what you understood to be the basic reaction of the Mexican people, is that correct?
Yes.
Was that feeling the same even among the part of the Mexican people that were sympathetic towards the Cuban Revolution? Was the feeling which you just described as being that of the Mexican people? The same with respect to that part of the Mexican people, like yourself, who were sympathetic to the Cuban Revolution.
Well, yes, more or less. Because I mean, if you are, how can I explain this? If you're a president of a country that is against us, against Latin America, that we are undeveloped countries, you don't love them, of course. But you may see that it's different, that he has been a good president, that he was, I think he was ingenuous, with his Alianza para el Progreso, that he tried to have more friends. Not like those, and he said that we don't have friends, we have interests. Things like that. Do you know that phrase?
One more time.
Those. They say, he said once, the United States has no friends, they have interests. Los Estados Unidos no tienen amigos, tienen intereses. And he tried to destroy that phrase, saying that we won't have friends. And he was changing the politics with Latin America, Kennedy.
So you're saying that because of President Kennedy's policies towards Latin America, that even the part of the Mexican people who were sympathetic to the Cuban Revolution, they also very much liked President Kennedy.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean,
The reason, the people that you knew.
you may difference with one president and another.
I understood your answer to my question a moment ago, but let me ask it one more time nevertheless. I ask you if at any time during the early 1960s you had overheard any conversations among people who were in favor of the Cuban Revolution to the effect that they would consider killing the president. And you answered with a statement of the logic of the situation, that you don't change the system by changing the president. Nevertheless, let me ask you again, did you nevertheless ever overhear any such conversations?
No.
Did you ever overhear them in the Cuban consulate or outside?
No.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but I'm Mexican, and I was Mexican, and I was working there, and we have to see that, I mean, the Cuban people, even they know that I was a friend, they would have said things like that in front of me, of course, no?
When the news came over the television and the newspapers that President Kennedy had been killed, and then you heard the name Lee Harvey Oswald and saw the picture, I guess you immediately reflected back upon your contact, correct?
Yes.
At that time, did anything come into your mind in connection with those contacts that you could have read as pure knowledge? In other words, did it totally surprise you that that was the alleged assassin? Or was there anything about your contact with him which made it understandable?
No. No, even now I don't think that he should kill me.
You still don't think that he killed him?
No, because I think that he was a weak man. Of course that he could get angry. But for me he was not a man that could kill the president. Because even when I saw him in television, and he said all the time, I'm innocent. And if I kill someone very important, I would be proud. I mean, because even if I'm with police, I know that I'm going to be killed or die or something like that. Well, I'll say, yes, I killed the president. And I don't think so.
So based on all of your contacts with him, you do not think that he killed the president?
I don't think so.
Let me ask you just some miscellaneous questions about the nature of your contact with him. Was there ever any conversations or indications about money problems that he had? Was that ever the subject of a conversation?
No, the thing I remember only that he was very in a hurry because his visa was finished. And I think he said that, he mentioned that he only had 3 days to stay in Mexico City.
Did he ever indicate that he hoped the Cuban government would finance his trip?
No, I don't think so.
Had you ever done that before? Had your consulate ever done that sort of thing?
No. We used to do that, but when they were visitors, and we had instructions in Cuba.
Only visitors from Cuba. Is that what you mean?
No. For instance, there's going to be the Cuban Revolution anniversary. They invite people. They do have everything in place.
So, in other words, it was a person who had been invited to go to Cuba by the Cuban government.
Yes.
Well, even though then you would not, or the Cuban government would not have financed this trip if he asked for such assistance.
At the time that I was working there, it never happened.
Specifically Oswald,
No,
did he ask for monetary assistance?
I don't remember. I don't think so. But I don't remember.
Did he ever say anything, or did you ever observe anything that indicated that he had traveling companions from Mexico City?
No, he didn't mention.
Did he ever say anything or do anything that indicated that he knew other people in Mexico City? To the best of your knowledge, you knew no one, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you know when he left Mexico City?
No.
Do you know how he left?
No.
Or what form of transportation? Did anyone ever call or come by the consulate on his behalf?
No.
Did they ever deliver anything to the consulate for him? There let me ask you this. Has any allegation ever been brought to your attention that you met with Oswald outside of the consulate?
No.
Let me show you two books, one of which is labeled generally photo ident book and has roughly 3-inch by 5-inch pictures in it. And the other one, which is labeled JFK document 7549 and has smaller pictures in it. And I'll turn the reporter off for a second and give you a few minutes to look through them and ask us if you, and I will ask you if you recognize any of the people in those photos. Okay, we've turned the tape recorder back on, and you've had 5 minutes or maybe 10, I don't know, a few minutes to look through the two books. In the first book, only picked out a photograph.
This looks like the one that I have it. But not exactly.
Which one?
This one.
Number 12?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Yeah, the one exactly.
All right, just a little.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also, I believe, pointed to number 57 when you went through the book.
Yes.
And who do you think that is?
Okay.
Lee Harvey Oswald. Now, many of the pictures in the book are not that clear, of course. When you saw him the first time in the book, you indicated that that looked like him, except that, as you recall him, he had either blue or green eyes and blonde hair, correct? When you say blonde hair, what color is that? Is it very light?
Light.
Okay. Let's see if we can just simply find an example. Looking in the second book, that's all you found in the first book, correct? All right. Looking in the second book, take as an example number 266 or 268. Would that be basically what you would call to be the color of his hair blonde?
Yes. It was very, very light. Not that light. Not that light.
Okay. That would be what you describe as blonde, but your memory is that it's close but not quite as light as that?
Yes.
I mean, let's do it. Let's keep it.
Yes.
Okay. before we thought it was back away from us, so just to be sure we got that answer. You picked out in the first book, photograph 57, you stated it looked like the way you recalled the man who came to the consulate, except that he had blue-green eyes and blonde hair. And then we were trying to determine what shade you recall the blonde hair being, and I asked you, although these are black and white, if it would be similar to photos 266 or 268 in the book 7539. And you said in those pictures that looks very light, and it would not have been that light, quite that light to your memory. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't know how working with black and white photos we can do much better than that.
Look at the lines on your eyebrows.
A little lighter than my eyebrows. There's another photo. In the second book, number 26 or 27, you also pointed to those photos when you went through the book. Would the color of that hair approximate the way you know?
No, because it was very light, almost dark.
Okay. Again, it would be not as light as that.
No.
All right. When going to the second book, you pointed to photograph number 4 when you looked at the book the first time. What is your memory about that?
No, he reminds me what I was. He reminds me that it's not a book.
All right. What's a little light nearby?
Yes.
If I skip a photograph you remember looking at, let me know, but I jotted down some notes as you pointed to them when you looked at the book. You next pointed to number 26 and 27. Does that appear to you to be the same man?
Yes.
And who was that?
He was Ernesto Lesson. He uses to work with us.
Ernesto Lesson. And what's the nature of the association between you and your husband?
He was working with him.
In the architectural business?
Yes. He's a designer.
He was a designer.
He started working with us. He learned to design.
Is he a social acquaintance of yours in addition?
Which one?
Do you know him on a social basis in addition to his being a business associate of your husband?
No, not business associate. He was working for him. For an artist.
Okay. That's what I meant. An assistant, all right.
Yeah. Not social. Sometimes he came to our house to dinner or something like that.
Next, you, I believe, pointed to number 57. Is that correct?
Yes.
57? Who does that look like?
He looks like Gabino Fernandez.
What's the first name?
Gabino.
Davino. And who is he?
Well, he's funcionario. What do you say funcionario?
Dignitary.
Dignitary. And he uses to go to the Cuban Institute.
He was a dignitary of what?
He was working for the Social Security, and he was working not in this sexennium, not in this government period, in the last one. And he was working even in the presidency.
I see. So he was a dignitary of the Mexican government.
Yes.
Okay. Number...
But when he was going to the Cuban Institute, he was
You also moved in the Cuban Institute.
He's economist.
He's a what?
Economist.
Economist. You then pointed to number 65.
Perhaps.
And that's face that you're not sure you recognize. It looks a little bit like who? Vargas.
Yes.
And who is she?
She's a Mexican lady who was married with a journalist, but he used to work for the Cuban press, and she used to live in Cuba. And now she's at the Cuban Institute.
I believe you next pointed to number 111.
Yes.
And that is a sort of a three-quarter shot from behind
Yes.
of a man that you think you might recognize. Is that right? I'm sort of trying to recall the way you stated it when you first looked at the photograph, so if I misstated, just correct me. Who do you think that man may be?
The attaché cultural, the Cuban attaché cultural in that time, Luis Alvaro.
All right. And what was his name?
Luis Alvaro.
Alvaro.
Alvaro. And other
And then I believe you next indicated that you may recognize photograph 115.
Yes.
And who is that?
Luis Alvaro.
That, of course, is a front view, and you can clearly recognize him from that photo. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then you next pointed to photograph 133. Do you recognize that man?
Yes.
Who is he?
The doorman. I don't remember the name.
But he's the doorman who left Lee Harvey Oswald into the consulate on his third visit. That's accurate.
I would say yes.
Okay. Photograph 158. 157 and 158. Who is
And I
that?
think that he was working at the consulate in Veracruz.
And do you know what his position was at the consulate?
I think he was vice consul, but I'm not too sure.
And which consulate is that?
In Veracruz. Cuban, the Cuban.
The Cuban consulate in Veracruz. And then I believe finally you recognized possibly the center man in the group photograph labeled 275.
Yes.
And who do you think he is?
An American.
Do you remember anything more about him? Do you remember where you saw him? Do you think you recognize the photo from a personal contact or from a picture?
From a picture, I think. For me, I think that he was an American ambassador.
An American ambassador?
Or something.
All right. And you don't have any memory what his name might be?
No.
Okay.
But tell me, who is it?
Do you recognize the man in photo 266? Yes, that's the one on 266.
No, he looks like Russian.
Do you recognize the man in 265?
No.
Do you recognize the man in 213?
Your brother was one.
Not right now. But maybe later. heard the news before?
To the consulate.
And you know what you did at that time?
No, it was almost noon, the lunch hour, like 2 o'clock, at near 2 o'clock, and somebody came and said Kennedy was killed, and there was confusion, and well, we were very sorry. Everybody came in and went out, and it was confusion all over the building. And then I went home to have lunch.
Did you speak to Horatio or anyone else prior to that?
I don't remember.
When you went home, was he at home?
We used to have lunch.
And as you recall, he was on that day?
It was my birthday, so he has to be there.
What, with any conversation do you recall having with him at that time about the assassination?
No, I don't remember. I only remember at night.
All right. You had a birthday party planned that night, is that correct?
Yes.
During the day, prior to the birthday party, had you received or heard as part of the news broadcast the name Lee Harvey Oswald?
No, only in the afternoon.
After lunch?
Yes.
After you returned to the consulate, is that correct?
Okay.
And at that time, did you think you remembered the name?
I think it was at night because it was in the afternoon, perhaps when they start saying all about Oswald. Huh? And it was at night, and I don't know if I called my husband or we were in the kitchen mixing some drinks or food, I don't know, but we were in the kitchen and I told him, I think this man went to the embassy to Afghanistan.
And at that time, had you heard his name, seen his picture, or both?
No. The picture was in the newspapers the next day.
Okay. So you only thought that you might recall the name, is that correct?
No, not the name, but because they say he Harvey Oswald married with a Russian woman and he lived in Russia and things like that.
Okay. Did you have any other discussion you can recall with him about it based on that news report about your contact?
With a husband?
Yes, you're talking...
I really told him, I think this man came to the embassy.
Then, the next morning,
Yes.
you saw the newspapers.
Yes.
Were you sure at that time that that was the man?
Yes.
Do you remember who was at the birthday party that night? Do you remember whether or not you discussed these events when you went out to the party?
Yes, we were talking about it.
Where was at the
The
party?
whole night, yes.
What was the tone of the party? Was it
Sorrow and expectation because what's going on, because we Kennedy we knew what was going on, but now what's going to happen?
the next morning? What did you do?
I showed the paper to Horacio and I told him this is the man that went to the embassy. Then I went to the consulate and I looked in the archivo and I saw the application. I saw that it was the man. And I went to the embassy and I talked to the ambassador and I told him.
So what was the nature of the conversation with the ambassador? Just to tell him that that was the man?
Yeah, I think so.
What was his name?
Fernando Carmen.
Did you do anything else? Did you throw the file on him or make any other attempt to put the files together?
I think I leave the file.
You throw the file and left it in the basket?
Yeah, the whole house.
What would have been in the file of anything besides the application?
Another applications.
Oh, I see. You throw the whole file which included this application.
Yes.
Did anything else happen that morning at work?
No.
Did you go in for lunch again?
Yes.
And what occurred at that time?
My brother's-in-law servant maid came, and when she saw me, she cried. She started crying, and she said, "You're alive?" I said, "Why?" Because some men came to the house and said that you had an accident and you were dead, and they take revenge, enough revenge to identify you. Then we went to Ruben's house. I was full of the men, and they catch me.
They caught you. Okay. And the men were representatives of the Mexican police, is that correct?
Yeah, but they never told me.
Okay. What happened when you walked into the house, to Ruben's house?
I saw my brother-in-law wife and the painting. She cried. She said, "Sylvia, you're okay?" "Yes, I'm okay." She was in the room, 2 men, and she couldn't get near to me. When I was walking, and I saw in the bedroom, it was Ruben with a full of photographs on the bed, and he said the same thing. "Sylvia, you're okay with your wife?" I said, "Yes." And what happened? I said, when I saw the telephone, I tried to get the telephone, and the man held my hand, and he says, "You can call because you are, depending on how you say, under arrest, you're under arrest." Right. And they say, I don't remember, but they say, "This is because of the comedy." I thought, that's what they told me, but I said, I don't remember. Then when they told me, "You're under arrest," I sat down on the bed, and I said, "You have to show me an order signed by the judge that I'm under arrest." Then they called me, and I tried to defend myself, and my kids saw them, and they took me.
You were trying to kick him and keep him from taking you with him, right?
Yes.
Who were you going to call on the telephone?
The police. Police, or I don't know. And then they took me out of the house, and I was crying, "Call the police, call the police," and they, how you say, me taparon la boca. They covered my mouth. And they took me to the station, how do you say, Vagoneta, wagon station, that was parked at the corner. There was a man there that I didn't know him. And I was quiet, in that moment I was quiet. And they said it was, "Don't cry, scandalous woman." I traduje esto porque yo no puedo decir. Digo escandalosa, cállese porque...
Scandalous old woman, shut up.
Porque a donde vamos va a haber lo que se les espera.
Because we're going to see what's going to happen this week.
So, in that moment, I said...
So you were taken to the police station?
No, it's not the police station, it's el edificio del Iste, Registrar la Federal de Seguridad.
Es la Federal de Seguridad.
But I didn't know that.
The Office for Security that the intelligence agencies is done.
But I didn't know that because that building belongs to the Social Security, to the state Social Security, not the one that I'm working for the government.
Okay.
And so
Who else was taken down there besides you?
the whole, my brother-in-law, his wife, my sister-in-law, a friend of hers, another woman that was there, and me. But they were taking another car.
At the police station, what inquiries were made? What did they ask?
Everything. Everything. They asked me my name, what have I been done, my jobs, when I married, my study, everything. They had my fingerprints, photographs of myself, profiles, everything. And well, they asked me where I was working, if I had been in Cuba, the people that I saw in Cuba, and what I was doing at the consulate, that it was a tunnel, that makes me laugh. It was a tunnel from the Cuban embassy to the Russian embassy, and there were a lot of foolish questions.
Specifically, what did they allege that you had done?
What?
Specifically, what did they allege that you had done? What did they accuse you of doing?
Nothing. They never said.
During the questioning on all the subject matters you had mentioned, did they make a verbatim transcript? Did they record the conversation or transcribe it?
They use that little machine, they say that it's stenograph or something like that.
You have a stenographic record?
Yeah, and I was writing.
All the questions, all the answers?
Yes.
Did any of the procedures that we have asked you about cause you to say anything to the police that was not the truth?
No, I don't think so. I didn't have nothing to hide, so...
Everything you told them was the truth?
Yes.
At any time during the question, did they ever allege that you had met with Oswald outside of the country?
Yes. A lot of times.
Did they ever ask you any questions about a Negro?
I don't know.
Don't know anything about that.
No.
Did you ever know during this same period of time any Negro?
Yes, the commercial attaché was an Igbo.
Anyone else?
The doorman.
Anyone else?
The wife of the commercial attaché. And the children.
And the what?
The children.
Is that all?
Yes.
They asked you any specific questions about them?
No.
What was his name?
No, no, no. I even don't remember that if he was there when the Kennedys.
Were they from Cuba?
Yes.
Did you know any other Negroes from Cuba outside of the country?
I don't think so. Well, this boy at the consulado, de Veracruz, he was a Negro. Not completely, but he was.
The one you showed us in the photo?
Yes.
Did you know any Negroes who had red hair? Not the ones you described here?
We used to call red to a boy who was working, but he was like a Spanish brother, and he was white.
Not even very dark skin.
No.
Remember his name?
Rogelio Rodriguez, I think.
Can you spell his first name? R-O-G-E-L-I-O. Rogelio. After the questioning, what's the time that terminate? When they finally release you?
About 1 o'clock?
Did you meet again with your family, your husband?
Yes, well, they were waiting for me, and we went to have lunch, something to eat because we hadn't had. And, well, we talked about it.
You know where you went?
No. Horacio told me that we went to Sanders, but I don't remember. I even don't remember when I got home and what happened next day. I don't remember.
Did the officers from the security guard department ever suggest to you during the questioning that they had information that you and Oswald had been lovers?
Yes, and they say also that we were communists and that we were planning the revolution and a lot of false things.
What happened the next day?
Well, we stayed home, and at night a friend of ours came, and we didn't say anything.
Why was that?
Sunday.
Why was that?
Why?
Yes, why did you not say anything?
Because these people told me that to keep quiet.
The police?
Yes.
Or the officers?
Yes.
Did you then go back over to the constant either Sunday or Monday?
On Monday.
Okay. What
Monday.
happened then?
When I got there, everybody asked me what happened. And I said, why? And in the newspaper was this part of the question that I told you about Oscar, telling to us how to go away.
That was in the newspapers?
Yes.
How did newspapers get that story?
I don't know.
You never had any idea?
Well, of course, the police gave it. The Excelsior was the first newspaper.
So you just always thought they got it from the police?
Yes.
But the people at the concert said they read the newspaper and asked you what had happened.
Yes.
Did you discuss that with anybody that you can remember specifically?
With ambassador.
And what was the nature of that conversation?
I tried to repeat all the questions.
Okay. Would that have been a violation of what the police asked you to do, to talk to the ambassador about that?
Huh?
Was that a violation of what the police asked you to do? Was that?
Well, of course, they told me to keep quiet and never says anything about what happened on Saturday. Never, to forget that.
Okay.
But when I saw in the papers, I couldn't start and say, well, nothing happened. If it was already in the paper and it was exactly what I said to the police.
And what did the ambassador say to you?
That he was going to write a report, and he sent it in the train.
What was anything that you considered doing at the time?
What?
Did you consider taking any course of action at the time?
I was going to make a protest to the Mexican government. We went to, a friend of mine was daughter of the